Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here, shooting a quick pre-show video, driving into work. I'm going to start doing this more and more until I get good at it, because there's so much to talk about, there's so much to deal with. As you know, over the weekend, I shot several videos that dealt with the attacks on the Constitution, Bill of Rights, Founding Fathers. Anything that the social engineers attack, the family, the Second Amendment, national sovereignty, you know it's a better alternative than what they have to offer. Anything they promote, their Lady Gaga culture of death, heroin chic, abortion, open border system, it's all death. It's all cultural death and destruction. The fruits of the New World Order are horrible. Look at Greece now being imploded for the second time. And now the globalists are announcing, oh, it's going to continue the slide of Europe into oblivion. Well, that's because this is financial terrorism. And there needs to be a global awakening to what's happening. You know, this morning I was listening to that song, the Universal Soldier. And most people that work for whatever system they're in think that they're in the right. And that's basic tribalism. But the point is that in the end, violence isn't the answer. Well, it isn't the answer offensively, but it certainly is the answer defensively if you're under attack. But you see, I find the middle way, and that is InfoWar, which 90% of warfare today is InfoWar, according to the Pentagon in their own words. That's why I started using that term in 1997 when we launched InfoWars. And so I'm seeking to wage war with the truth against their war of lies. They want you to live in a false reality. I want to get you to wake up and not believe what I believe, but simply start thinking more critically and looking around you. And they're coming after the Bill of Rights and Constitution because it threatens them. And here's my final point. They have come out of the closet with their attack against liberty and freedom. I mean, 15 years ago, we got FBI training manuals and internal flyers to police saying if somebody talks about the Constitution, they're a terrorist. And if somebody makes frequent references to the Constitution, they're bad. And the Founding Fathers are bad. And we got footage of FEMA teaching police and firefighters in Kansas City that. It's in my film Road to Tyranny. Came out in 2002, but I got the footage in 2000. And so now they're just out in the open, demonizing our basic liberties and freedoms that were forged in a rebellion against tyranny. And so that's why they are going after it, because they want to replace it with this global corporate government. So I'm going to be talking about that and how they've imploded Greece for the second time and are now moving on to the rest of Europe in the planned takedown. That's in their own IMF and World Bank documents. I'm going to get into the Dominique Strauss-Kahn case. Now the prosecutors are saying they're going to drop the case. Either way you slice it, they wouldn't have gone after him unless they wanted to take him down. New York is that corrupt. So I'm not saying Kahn's a good guy, but normally globalists can get away with murder. They want to burn him because he's less of a globalist minion than Sarkozy. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and just upload this video before it gets too long, or it won't even be encoded by the time I get to the office. Got a lot of other key news and information today at Infowars.com. We're getting censored more and more by Google and the web and foreign countries and places, and that's because we're having an effect. So please spread the word about the broadcast and the free podcast. Now people can listen at PrisonPlanet.com. You can also watch the show at PrisonPlanet.tv live. I'm Alex Jones reporting from the front lines of the InfoWar. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.